long as you got someone to lay with.
Welcome back. 10:32, that's the time on this Tuesday morning. It's not really the end of the line. We got 29 more minutes to go. But, here's the problem I have. Sorry just to hit you with my problems before we talk. But, I was sitting there. I got to go to a meeting today, and it's always when it's raining, It's never when it's like 90 degrees or 78, a little bit of a breeze feeling good. It's always when it's just a monsoon. Is it still raining? Am I complaining for no reason?
It's drizzling.
It's dreary out there.
It's dreary. It's like Seattle. It's kind of not fun for me today, but that's okay. Anyway, what is fun is talking about all things mental health awareness. As you guys know, we do those segments with Centerstone on the first and last Wednesday of the month where we go through mental health treatment options at Centerstone and substance use disorder treatment options. And the Saturday at Atlas Tattoo, which is on the 4th floor of this building. What room?
406.
406. We can help support Mental Health Awareness Month. And Beth, fill me in.
Yeah, so I approached Emma last month, I think it was, about having a collaboration event where she is going to do a flash sale with some tattoos, and my practice is going to be there just giving out information about our practice and the therapists that we've got. We've got a couple of new therapists that have come on board.
Good
and
for you.
Have some availability and kind of talking about what we do and our services and just kind of just a general gist of mental health and getting our names out there.
Now, how hard is it for you to find new therapists? Because I think that would be a pretty tough, task, because you got to make sure they're really on the same page with what your guys' values are in your office. Is that the case?
Yeah, definitely. I know a lot of people have trouble. A lot of therapists have waiting lists.
Yeah.
That can be weeks or even months long. So getting into a new therapist and then, finding somebody that is a good fit and who takes your insurance if you want to use insurance, or somebody who's affordable, like that can be really, really tricky. And a lot of people anymore are looking for therapists with specific specializations, like neurodivergent specialized, or people who work a lot with LGBTQ, or people, in my case, who work a lot with moms or perinatal people. So finding somebody who really knows what you're going through can also be really tricky.
Well, I couldn't imagine that, because that would be the most nerve-wracking part. If I was in your position, is finding those right people. And you hit on something. We always talk about the options that are available and kind of the brighter side of mental health and substance use disorder treatments. But the obvious line is, there's a waiting list for 98% of the counselors and therapists around here right now. And when I was going through my stuff about 5 or 6 years ago, it was 3 months. And I went, what do you do for 3 months?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And now with this, it's going to be, what are you going to be handing out, and what are people going to be learning just a little bit more?
So they'll get a chance to meet many of the therapists that are already working at my practice, which is really cool, because a lot of people want to talk to their therapist before they really set to scheduling, so that way they make sure that they just vibe well together and they get along. So you'll get to walk up, approach, meet the therapist that you're going to be talking to. You'll get to get our cards, our emails, our contact information, things like that. Also get an idea of like where our office is located too, because going to new places is like anxiety provoking for people sometimes too. So, and then we'll be giving out information about our specific specializations too, like LGBTQ specialized, neurodivergence, perinatal, that sort of thing. So it'll just be an opportunity for people to get a really good feel of our office and what we do.
Absolutely. And Emma, how long have you been up at Atlas?
So I've had my business for a little over a year now, but I've been in this building just since January.
That's cool. And now, how long have you and Beth known each other?
Like a month.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. So did this just go hand in hand with something that you were interested in doing too?
Of course. Yeah, I've been trying to get my name out there in, I don't know, more unique ways than just the word of mouth.
Mm-hmm. But that's super cool. Now, what type of tattoos are you going to be offering?
Just small, little mental health themed tattoos. A lot of things dealing with like the semicolon. That's a very popular tattoo theme. And
you got anything that covers up something?
No.
You know, like
Do you
I
need that?
I just need like a little bar or something. You know, I thought maybe like one of those little fake bracelets people are getting. You know, I just got something here that needs to go, and that's why I wear a lot of long sleeves.
Oh, I mean, I could help you out.
We'll have to
sometime.
talk about that, yeah. Because I had an appointment set up, but what happened is it was during the pub crawl last year, and I was not able to be tattooed when my appointment came time.
I see.
I'll be good this time, though, I promise.
Okay.
I'll be really good. Now, Saturday, how long are we doing this for?
It's from noon to 4.
Noon to 4. And now, throughout the day, how long is it going to take you? Are they pretty small?
Yeah, they're about 1 to 2 inch designs. Pretty simple designs, so they'll be quick.
So you won't be in the chair for like an hour or anything like that?
Not, no.
Really
No,
cool.
We hope to get as many people in and out as possible. We've
Yes.
got quite a bit of interest on Facebook on the event page already.
That's cool.
So it's really awesome. I think, Emma, you're going to do like a sign up sheet as well.
Yeah, I'll do a sign up sheet. And then I'm hoping people kind of have an idea of what design they're looking to get before they get there. That's all posted on Facebook and Instagram, so people can look through that.
Again, I'll say so. If you don't know, just take a seat and just kind of contemplate it before you get in line, okay? There is nothing more frustrating than that. It's like the scratch-off person at Casey's. You know, you just want to grab them up by the hair, you know?
Oh,
Well, I just think it's really cool that you're doing this because, you know, even though we're all talking about mental health more, I feel like we aren't really being as honest as we could be about mental health and some of the services because, yeah, things are getting better, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And there's so many in our area that don't know where to go because they're told you got to wait 3 months or we'll call you in a couple of weeks or what happens if you don't call us? Well, we'll call you, you know, and that's nerve-wracking for somebody in crisis. So to go in and especially meet with the individuals, I think that's huge because that was always my biggest, you know, kind of thought is, am I going to even connect with this person after waiting all this time? And then you don't like them or you don't connect and now you're back on the wait. And it's not conducive. This is really a beneficial way to get some really good info.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be able to get out and meet people and talk to them. And one of the sort of like founding principles of my practice is to meet people where they're at. And so many people anymore are so interested in tattoos, and Emma was super excited about the collaboration idea. So really just getting people like to come in and do a fun thing, a fun activity where they can do something during Mental Health Awareness Month, and then also like potentially meet the therapist that they could be working with as well it's just really cool.
Well, and especially too, if someone wants that information, and to be able to do it in, like you said, that kind of hair down environment instead of being, you know, kind of nervous and you're going into kind of a stressful situation. This is something where, hell, you enjoy getting a tattoo, get one and learn about some of the resources that are there, learn about some of the counseling services and really just keep helping yourself, you know?
Yeah,
and how has it been for you over with All In Counseling Services?
It's been great. We've been in our new space since January of this year.
Is that upstairs too?
No, it's not. So
Is it
I have
Milton?
a building I used to be at Milton, and then I have a building that I just bought and moved into in January on Main Street.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Really
so
cool.
I'm really excited about that. We've been over there, moved and situated since about January. I have 2 full-time staff right now. I guess 1 full-time staff, 1 part-time moving into full-time, and then another part-timer right now. And they're all, you know, really excited about getting their caseloads full for the summer as well, since people's schedules kind of change a little bit in the summer. And they all have some really amazing interests and specializations as well. So they're pretty excited about the event too.
That's really cool. And getting back to Emma at Atlas, what other services do you provide? Is it just tattoos upstairs?
pretty much.
Okay. Didn't know if it was like piercings or anything, or if
No, I do offer some permanent makeup. That's how I got my start into tattooing, but tattooing really just took over. Yeah.
What's your favorite designs of tattoo?
I like girly things. Lots of florals, animals. I do a lot of just black and gray fine line work.
What is the most overdone tattoo? What are you tired of seeing? I've got to ask you this because when you go to the beach in Florida, you see a lot of these type of things, and you're like, be a little more original in your designing.
I mean, I think something that's very popular right now is the birth flowers. Like moms getting birth flowers for their kids, but I love tattooing florals, so I think it'll be a while before that gets old to me.
Do you know what gets old to me? It's the skull that has the sword going through it. You know, I can only see so many more swords and skulls, you know?
That's why whenever I tattooed a skull on myself, I put a top hat on him.
I love it! How do you tattoo yourself? That's interesting.
Oh, I have many tattoos on my legs that I've done myself.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, how do you do? I'd be sitting there looking in a mirror almost.
Oh, no. I mean, I've made my back super sore doing it, but...
And how long have you been doing this, just overall?
I just made my 2-year anniversary in April, so I'm a baby tattooer, but everybody's pushing me to my limit pretty much.
That's awesome.
I usually let people know what my skill set is, and there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of blind faith in me, but I'm happy that they do.
No, you're good at what you do. I can tell that right away. Now, what are your plans? Are you going to stay at the RiverBender building for a bit?
I think so. I really like it here. I love the vibe of the building. I love the vibe of my space. And I think that what I'm trying to do with my space kind of goes along really well with the event that we're doing. I personally like to work in a quiet solo environment to have more one-on-one time with my client to make sure that they feel heard, because that doesn't necessarily happen in the traditional tattoo shop.
And that's for darn sure.
Yeah, like a lot of people feel really rushed and they end up with something that maybe they're not super happy with, and that's really what I'm trying to avoid in my space.
I always got nervous, you know, because like, you know, you go and you're like thinking, man, what if that guy's pissed off at his coworker right now, or because of all the like commotion going on, and then you're the one that they're rushing through, you know, and just kind of now you don't have to worry about that at Atlas. I love that. Now, what's the best way for? Do you have a wait list right now?
Kind of, sort of, not really. I'm booking into June right now, but the way to get a hold of me for a tattoo is you can go on Facebook or Instagram, and I have a link to a jot form where you fill out all the information I need about the tattoo that you're interested in getting. It'll send me an email. I'll read through that and then send you an email back with some dates and quotes for your tattoo.
Really cool. Yeah. And now, Beth, do you have a wait list over at your counseling services?
Nope, actually we don't. Like even myself.
Stop.
I know.
No, not. Is that seriously the case?
It is seriously the case. So even myself, like normally I am on a wait list, but no, right now I have immediate availability. I can get people in as soon as next week.
That's huge. Just in case people are just tuning in. That's literally like game changing for a person out there. And if you're one that's been waitlisted for months, might want to give Beth a call. What's the phone number?
Yeah. So my phone number is 618-501-2853. Or they can look me up online at AhlinCounseling.com. It's AHLIN counseling.com. I'm also on Facebook, things like that. They can just find me there.
You don't have to say anything about my tattoo. We all know what it is. I made a bad decision, okay? Like, that wasn't fun. That wasn't very nice, but I'll just keep smiling through it. At 10:45 and a little bit of change. What time is it again this Saturday?
4:06.
4:06. Dang it, I was going to say 4:07. What time?
It's from noon to 4.
From noon to 4, where you can go and get some ink therapy this Saturday with Beth and Emma. You can learn more about some counseling services and resources that are available to you, and get a rockin' tattoo. How about that? You know, I like that too. Anything else left to talk about?
No.
There we go. 10:45, a little bit of change. Let me make sure I took care of all the business I needed to today. I got notes now because, you know, I forget everything. Yeah, I did. How about that? We'll take a quick break, and at 10:45, we'll come back. We'll wrap up a little bit early today because I got to go to a meeting with the North Alton Godfrey Business Council, and I'm pretty sure my hot water heater might have exploded. We'll come back with more of our daily show right after this on RiverBender.com.